is near and the night is long. I won't be shaken, I will stand strong. For my fight is not with flesh and blood, but against the power of this cruel world. With the belt of truth wrapped around my waist, I'll stand firm, I'll walk by faith. Breastplate of righteousness guards my heart. In the gospel of peace, I shod my feet. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. I'll put on the armor of God. His word will be my spirit's sword. In truth I'll stand, in faith I'll fight. In His righteousness I'll strive.
The two men walked along the banks of a mighty river, looking for the perfect place to each build their homes. The river ran through a great valley and would make a perfect shelter for a new home. Eventually, the two men found a spot that they liked.
This looks like a good spot to build. Just the right distance. Now we just have to choose where to build.
The two men looked around the area, and eventually, each man said he knew where he would build his house.
I know where I'm going to build, right here by the riverbanks. By building here on the sand, I can easily get water straight into my house without having to walk all the way down the valley.
As you wish, but I will be building my house up there. That way, I can build on rock instead of the sand. I would prefer my house to stand on solid ground. I have to walk further to get my water, but I would prefer that rather than build it on the soft sand of the riverbank.
And so, the two men got to work building their homes. Eventually, they finished. They were skilled workers, and by the time they were finished, each of them had built a fine home. For a time, they both enjoyed their homes. The builder on the sand was especially happy that he had such easy access to the water of the mighty river, and enjoyed taking baths as often as he could. While the builder on the rock could not enjoy the water of the river as freely as his neighbor, he was still happy with his choice to build upon the solid rock at the top of the valley. Until one day, everything changed. A mighty storm appeared on the horizon, and quickly the angry clouds made their way across the skies towards the valley where the two builders had made their new homes. When the storm arrived, chaos was unleashed. The rain fell and would not cease. For days it rained. Then those days turned to weeks. Raging winds blew constantly, and still the rain would not stop. As the storm continued to rage on without any signs of stopping, the river began to fill up more and more. Eventually, the river could not handle all the extra water, and the banks of the river burst. When the builder on the sand saw the great flood rush towards his home, he finally understood his foolishness. The flood rushed towards the newly built house that he was so proud of, and immediately destroyed it. The walls crumbled, the floor was swept away, and everything the foolish builder owned was washed away into the swelling river. As the foolish builder watched his house crumble and his entire life be washed away, the other house in the valley remained standing strong. The other builder was wise in his decision. By choosing to build on the solid rock, he created a better foundation for his home, meaning that the strong rain and wind didn't shake his home, and the flooding river did not wash it away. Even when there was not a trace left of the foolish builder's home, the wise builder remained safe and sound from the storm in his home, built on solid rock.
Please let me in. My home has been washed away, and I am left with nothing.
Thankfully, the wise builder was also a kind man, and did not allow the foolish builder to suffer for his mistake. Instead, he welcomed him into his home, and there they both waited until eventually the great storm passed.
And what is the foundation of a good life?
As the rock was a solid foundation for the wise builder's house, the Word of God is a strong foundation for our lives. If we listen to the wisdom and love that the Lord offers us and build our lives on it, we can enjoy a solid life and withstand any storm. We all need to be like the wise builder. As rock is a foundation for a strong house, God is the foundation for a strong life.